Hey guys, it's Jordan here. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to make Yangzhou fried rice. Now, before we begin, I just wanted to give a little insight in this recipe. This recipe is coming from Yangzhou, China, a city famous for Eastern cuisine. Now, there are many types of fried rice found in China, Yangzhou being one of the most liked in China. This recipe is derived from the International Cookbook provided by the Art Institutes. Now, the mise en place. To begin, I'm going to be making the marinade for the chicken. Now, the marinade for the chicken is composed by different components. 2 tablespoons of water, half tablespoon of salt, 1 whole egg, 1 tablespoon of sherry, 2 taste on white pepper. I'd say give it a pinch or 2. About 2 pinches is fine. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch or tapioca powder. In this instance, I'm going to use cornstarch. The cornstarch. 1 tablespoon of oil. And about 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Now we just want to give that a little whisk. And add our chicken when it's done. Now this recipe is composed of 4 different protein components. 1 protein component will be the cup of chicken breast diced into cubes. Doesn't have to be specified as long as they're uniformed so they can cook at the same time. You also have your pork, also diced into cubes, which will be uniform to cook at the same time. This is going to be 3/4 of a cup that we're going to be using. Now, you take some of that chicken marinade before you put the chicken in there and put it in some shrimp. Now, this is going to be a cup of shrimp. We're going to utilize this in the dish as well. And we have some ham here, thick cut ham, about 1/2 inch cubes. Make sure they're cooking all uniformly, and just make sure that they're all uniformed. Everything is uniform, and we're going to be using about 3/4 a cup of the actual ham. Now, on to the vegetable part of the mise. Now, for the vegetable mise, for this dish, we're going to have 2 tablespoons of carrot cut into 1/2 inch dices. 1/4 a cup of green beans, blanched and chopped. Make sure they're pre-cooked and make sure they're bite-sized. You don't want these big pieces. Cook them big, but cut them down after they're cooked. About 3 pieces of dry mushroom that have been pre-soaked and opened up and bloomed. They're super soft. Make sure they're super soft before you take them out. And we also have some green onion. We're going to use about 4 of these at 1/4 inch dice at a bias just for garnish. We added it at the end just to make sure it has a really nice color to it. This recipe, we're going to be using 1 egg and 1 egg yolk with a pinch of salt. Lightly beaten. Lightly beaten. Just light. Just break the yolks apart. Lightly beat it till it gets a nice, beautiful, yellowy color. Now, when you pre-cook their egg, this is the first step you want to do. You want to pre-cook your egg in a really nice, hot wok. Make sure the oil is nice and hot. Next, you want to put in your chicken. Your chicken's going to, on a nice, hot wok, you're going to stir-fry your chicken. Make sure it's really nice and cooked all the way through. Make sure you cook it all the way through. Let's not have no raw chicken in here. After your chicken, you're going to want to put in your pork. Pork goes in. After your pork, your shrimp and your ham go in. You want to cook those nicely. And for a little tip for a shrimp, if it's still at a C, it's nicely cooked. if your shrimp goes into an O, your shrimp is overcooked. And make sure your shrimp is nicely clean. Make sure your chicken is nice and defatted and all that. Make sure your meat is nicely seasoned and all that to where you need it, and you're good. Now, after you're done with your proteins, you want to grab all your veggies and you want to stir fry them real quick. Make sure all your veggies are in there except for the green onion. Green onion will hold off to the end. Your green beans, your carrots, and your mushrooms are in here. Make sure they're really nice and tender. Make sure you're cooking them all the way through. After that, you want to add your proteins and you want to add your rice. We also want to make sure we put our green onion in here. Really nicely sprinkle all the green onion. And you're done with the dish. Once it's done, season and enjoy. Now, as a plating suggestion, you might want to take a nice round plate like this. Skip this in here. Just don't be delicate about it. Just put it nicely in there. Make sure you clean the rims at the end. And once you're done, season and enjoy. Voila. Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it very informative. Thank you.